Hello everyone. Today let us learn about enterprise resource planning. What is the enterprise resource planning? What is the purpose of it? And further the basics of SAP ERP. And my name is Manishwar Haragopal. Today's objectives are to learn about ERP and ERP packages, to know what are the ERP packages, and to learn about SAP R3 system, SAP ERP, and ABAP 4. Now, and ERP means enterprise resource planning. Now, what is the need of enterprise resource planning? We have different types of softwares. Then, what is the purpose of having some other package like ERP? We have different types of languages. We have different types of softwares. If we know a language, we can develop our own software. Then we can take our requirements. We can develop our own software for that company or enterprise. Rather, ERP gives a solution for our enterprise. We can take in numerous enterprises. All enterprises run according to some business administration level. They have some business administration level. So in the business administration, as part of administration, it will have finance, sales and distribution, and some other department like production department like that. So every organization will have the common platform to run that enterprise, to run that organization. At that point, as part of to run that business, it is need to plan the resources. And now ERP products give solution for that reason. ERP it is not for the games, or it is not for giving some animation solutions. ERP products give only business administration solutions. Administrations means it cannot plan or it cannot have its own programs. It will give a solution to adding some part of data. And now we can develop our own applications of taking those solutions. Now let us see how it will occur. So it will integrate internal and external management of information across an entire organization. Why? Because the data will be centralized. The data will be centralized such that the data can run across the organization to run internal and external management. Next point. Next point. ERP systems automate this activity with an integrated software application. And next point it is ERP systems can run on variety of computer hardware and network configurations, typically employing a database as a repository for information. And for that reason, we have the advantages like fundamental advantage of ERP is that integrating different business processes which save time and expense. If we have different business, for example, different companies within an organization, if we have some decision making in some other company taking the profits of another company, so there may be some legal system behind that. But if there is a decision making, we need to have the report generation, what is the future planning for that occurrence. So we can see that, we can generate that type of process using ERP products. Why? Because data it is integrated and it will be managed it will run throughout the organization, throughout the enterprise. So there will be some decision making level for the higher level management. This is one of the advantages. You can see the advantages. And next, these are the different modules, ERP modules. You can see the modules here. They are not quite different. Why? Because they are the departments within the organization, like HR, human resource, accounting, distribution, or governance, corporate performance and governance. So these are different departments in the organization, and we have the products accordingly, like SCM for the distribution, and SRM, CRM, customer relationship management. So these are the products accordingly with the departments which are running in an organization. And these are different packages, the ERP packages which are running by different uh, companies. SAP is one of the company, and there are some other companies like Oracle, PeopleSoft, JD Edwards, Microsoft, Tally, etc. There are different companies, they have different products or packages for those companies. Not only the commercial products, there are free and open source softwares like OpenERP, which can manage ourselves to embed according to our organization. We can develop our own application for using the OpenERP. If it is we want to use a cloud, there is an application called application by NetSuite, and it can be some other companies provide some mobile applications also, not only for running in an enterprise. Now let us have a glance about SAP. SAP, it is a German company, abbreviation which is in now it is in German here. So now it is in the German here. So translated, if we translate that in English, it is said to be system, application and products in data processing. There will be a system, we can develop applications using that system, we can deliver the products. So those products not for any other purpose, it is only for data processing. And there is, it is one of the largest ERP solution here. And the system we say it is as SAP R3. SAP R3 is a system. Using that system we can have our own applications. So now what is R? R means real-time data processing. 3 means retail architecture. Those who have a computer background, they know that 3 means retail architecture, not 3 systems separately. Retail architecture means different layers here: presentation layer, application layer and database layer. Presentation layer will have the application presentation, that is a UI, user interface, and application layer we will have the logic, it will be running in some other application or in the same application, same system. And next one is the database layer, where the RDBMS, a relational database management system, will store some data. Next one, it is a SAP R3 applications. These are different SAP R3 applications you can see here: SD, sales and delivery, finance, quality management, like that. Not only like that, later on SAP have developed the industry specific solutions for different industries. Here we can see some of them like telecom, insurance, education, mining, oil and gas, media and pharmacy. And this is the architecture, SAP ERP architecture here. So data storage level, it is a database level. And next one is the application logic level, presentation level. At the presentation level, you can see here users will use the data which is processed within the application logic level. And this is the SAP instance. SAP, we can run different instances in the application layer. Here there is a statement called a single SAP installation, which includes RDBMS runtime and core application programs. We can have more than one instance in the application layer, though it will use only a single SAP installation within the database layer. So instance here, it is not a single object. Instance here, it is one instance can be a production, one instance can be a development, one other instance can be a quality environments. So now let us learn how the instances will be give or dispatch to the presentation layer. Here this handsome guy, he can be some other like finance. Here's this administration part. Here this user, he can be something like sales and delivery. So this girl, she can be some other part of customer relation, and they will interact with separate data here within the database. Now how the data will be delivered separately for different users here. It will be processed by the applications which are running in the application layer, the work processes which are running in the application layer. Now, this application, it can be FI, this application it can be SD, this application it can be CRM. This will be dispatched accordingly by the dispatch. And the key terminologies in SAP are client, client dependent, independent, package, transport, and T code, transaction code. The client, it is not the client which we learn in networks or business administration. Client, it is an instance. So in SAP terminology, a client, it is a logical partition of database within an instance. Now 100 it can be SD, 200 it can be FI, 300 it can be CRM. So they will be residing separately in the client database, or in the RDBMS, which is true. That RDBMS, SAP, it is a database independent. You can use any other database according to the we can use any database at the installation part. For the database, it can be Oracle database, it can be SQL Server, any database. We can use any database to store the data. Not only the SAP HANA, which is within SAP HANA, which is a SAP application. Not only SAP HANA, we can use any database. So now SAP is said to be database independent. So here in the retail architecture application, SAP have different applications. Presentation, SAP have separate GUI application called SAP GUI, and database, we can use any other database which is flexible for our organization to store. So here the client, it is nothing but SAP terminology. Client is a logical partition of the database within an instance. A client, it can be dependent or independent. So client, we can say a client, a data, it is a client dependent data. It is stored in the database with a client ID called MADT. MADT, don't be confused with that. Is a data element. It will be learned in data dictionary part. So if it is a MADT part, it is primary key, then it becomes a client dependent. So we have different client dependent data. We can have a sales area, customer groups, document types, and client independent. So we have currencies, calendar. A calendar, there is no need to be a client specific. A calendar, it is a client independent. It does not depend on any organization. Calendar, date and time, it is independent. And SAP landscape. This is a sample example. In an organization, we can have development environment, quality, and production environment, which will be said to be have separate client instances. It is shown here. That's it. And let us come to the ABAP. ABAP is a language which is developed by SAP separately to develop the SAP applications. So ABAP language, it is not used for mobile applications, not used for gaming applications, not used for any other applications like animation. It is only used for to develop business application. Now programming, ABAP is a programming language which is used to develop business application on SAP environment. So ABAP 4, it is said to be, there are different generations in programming language. The first generation, it is machine language. Second generation, assembly level language. Third generation, high level programming languages like C, C++, Java. And fourth generation, we can use the database integration as a part of programming language. We can use SQL statements from the programming languages to interact with the database. We can see how it is. And fifth generation language, so we use artificial intelligence, neural network languages for the fifth generation languages. And this, we can learn about the basics of SAP and learn different parts of ERP, the POS, and know much more about the fourth generation languages. It can be some assignment part. And thank you.